Hi all, just a quick video on resealing. So silicone in something that's gone a bit grotty. Now this is just, I'm doing this really small section here just to give you a few ideas and tips to firstly remove it and then reinstall some silicone. Now I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but this has got really mouldy. I can't clean this out because it's sort of grown in behind it. So what we're going to do is just strip this bit off and then clean it up and then put some new in. Alright, so main thing I always use a knife, and people might say no, don't do that. I'll use a sharp chisel. We've been really careful with it. So firstly I'll score the silicone. This is going to come out really easy, I can tell already, which is lovely for this video. And then I'll just start cutting it. As you start seeing it now, it's coming out really grotty. So we're going to take this bit out. I'm going to take it right to the edge. Now with these shower doors, they usually tell you only to seal on the outside edge. I suppose that's the reason for that is any water that gets caught, you know, inside has got a place to escape without it coming out onto the floor. So this has got a tendency to obviously get a little bit grubby. So this has been in for about 2 years now. The inside, which I suppose you can get to and clean all the time, which the cleaner does on this one, is lovely. It's absolutely perfect still. It's just this bit here where, like I said, the mould can gently build up on the inside as an issue, and you can't clean it. Now all I'll do, sharp chisel, I'm just gonna, if I can, just get off the worst little bits. Now go really light because you don't want to dig into the tray. And I'll just run that along now like that. And then, another quick tip, I use a PVC frame cleaner. Just double check, the tray can take this. It's got to be stone usually, or resin. And make sure it's very aerated with this because it smells very strong. Give it a quick wipe down. Get any of the rubbish away. And that just gives it a real nice clean up. What I'll do with that, I'll use the side of the blade so I can get under that little bit awkward place to get. So I'm using the rag with the solvent cleaner on. I'm getting it really stuck in underneath there, just where I can't get to. A few little bits left under I can't get out. There we go. One more wipe through. Now what you do now, you let that sort of set, or dry up, sorry. And then that will be ready to silicone. This is obviously a small section of this shower door. If you're doing an internal shower, it takes a lot longer because you'll be getting off all the white. That's why I always use the chisel. Now you've got to go really light with the chisel or whatever else you can use that's sharp, because it will dig or scratch the surface. So take it easy, but once you've got a technique to it, you can really get it off nicely. Right, so that's ready to go there in my eyes. So what I'm going to do now, get another tube of, I'm going to use clear silicone, tons and tons out there. To use, I go for a sanitary silicone, usually the Screwfix offer, which is a no-nonsense. Never really had a massive problem with it, so yeah, I neither recommend nor say it's no good. Ooh, watch that, so it will come out quickly. I've left the small nozzle on this one. Depending on the size of the join, you may want to cut it down, but with this small one in mind, I'm just gonna get that last little bit off there, isn't it? Obviously, if you're handling sharp knives, be careful, that sort of thing. But right, here we go. So I'm just gonna run this bead all the way along, leave it pretty thick. It's about equal pressure on the gun when you do this. It's awkward obviously when it goes around to like different areas like that, but equal pressure and a nice smooth motion. Once you've done that, you can either, I mean, we don't like using our fingers anymore. I've got, it takes a little bit longer to mess around with, but I'll probably use some of these. I'll go for a 4mm side. So this is just a bit of equipment that is made for this basically. It's a silicone, it's made of rubber, and it makes it a little bit easier, a little bit neater when you're trying to rub that over the joint, whereas we used to use our fingers back in the day. And a bit of spit and you would have done that, that's fine, but you can't do that anymore. First of all, with the hazard of what the product you're using, but secondly, spit and dribble on the silicone's no good either. So yeah, like that, and then we just run our tool over that, and you will take off the excess, but it's just a matter of running your tool over it. And actually, just one strike normally is enough. I've not massively adapted to using one of these yet. I still haven't mastered it, but I know it's like I said, it's a good thing to do, and you do get a nice finish. Now, when I say about not using your finger, you could. Now you've got to this stage, and you just want to do a final finish over. A little bit of water on your finger, and now you could do it. And then you can feel like it takes out any of the you know, where it's shifted or bulged. You can run a finger over it. You wouldn't want to do that, like, I mean, it's fine on this area where you're not really seeing it. It's clear, you know, you can't really see the finish that well. If you're doing like a shower, the tool, I would only use that tool. And then yeah, it has a really nice finish on it then. But yeah, that's it. That's a quick demonstration of outer silicone. That it will relate to doing a normal silicone joint on a bathtub or a shower. Take a bit, just to be longer, because you'd have to peel out all the old white, get it back to clean. Like I said, this is a really good tip, just using this PVC cleaner. But make sure it's aerated, because it's such strong smelling stuff. You can feel lightheaded with it, and it's the same with silicone, to be honest. It's a strong smelling thing. But there we go, quick tuition on that. Any comments, put it on the thing below. If you can like and subscribe, I'll carry on doing more videos like this. Thanks all.